Hey dolls, so I wanted to come and make an intro for this video. I did redo this video on showing you dolls how I do a quick weave bang in a 30-inch ponytail, because in the other video I had so many questions and that was my first time ever doing it. Since then I have done it another time, and then this is my third time doing it, so I feel like I pretty much perfected it from the first time, so I could really show you all the nitty-gritty and y'all can really understand how to do it. So this is a quick weave with bangs, like I said, in a 30-inch ponytail. Let me just tell y'all where the hair is from and give you the details on it, because I can't remember. I did do a video on this hair already, but with that video I did do a ponytail that was kind of off to the side with those little balls like Princess Jasmine. So that was a little while ago and I needed to do another video doing this style, so I just used that same hair. This hair is from Julia Hair. I don't know why I'm looking back in my videos trying to find the other video and I have the freaking box right here. So I kept the box and everything, and with this hair I had 4 bundles of 30 inches. So what I did this time, and this is Brazilian straight hair, what I did this time was I used one of the newer bundles and then I used the 2 older bundles underneath, so they're in the middle, and then the newer one is on top, just to make it look more sleek, fresh and new. But you can always reuse the bundles because they were washed and it pretty much looks exactly the same. And then with the other bundle that I had previously in the other video, I had used 2.5, so that one was cut into half, and then I used some of it for my bangs. Instead of going into my stash and finding some short hair, I just went ahead and used it because I didn't feel like digging. So yeah, this is the look that I got, and I put on my big bamboo type hoops because I just felt like it was a vibe with the neon and the tie-dye. So this is the hair. And yes, every time I do this hairstyle, I get so many compliments, and people do not like to take no for an answer when I say that I do not do people's hair. Like literally yesterday, this lady was like, no, like I need your phone number. And I'm like, I don't do people's hair. Like you can make an exception, like, because it is slayed. And she was saying how neat it looks and everything. So yeah, I'll show you how to do everything. Wrap the band, put the ponytail in, do the bangs, all of that. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this style, then stay tuned. Bye, dolls. Okay, so my nail just completely popped off. I still wanted to show y'all how to do this. So basically, I just started off with a ponytail. I did not straighten my hair or anything like that. And my skin looks crazy because I just exfoliated. But yeah, I did not straighten out my hair or anything like that. I just used leave-in conditioner and everything and put it up into a ponytail. And then I did a little braid on my hair. So then I take wig caps and put them on. You can use black, you can use dark brown, you know, whatever color your hair is, and you know, like the hair that you're putting on. If your hair is blonde and you're using blonde bundles, you can use like a nude color cap. I would just use black if you have dark hair, just so that way it won't show at all if it is peeking out a bit. So I am popping this on, and while it is on, you can see where your hair is, like where your hair starts and where the ponytail starts. To make it easier, I like to take a pencil and kind of mark it. So this is like where my hair starts, and then this is where the ponytail ends. So I'm gonna put another cap on just because I don't want to have so much glue on my hair. The less glue, the better. So I just put this on over the other cap, and whenever you put a line, it allows you to see, because now with it on, you can't really see where your hair starts. Of course, you can see where the ponytail is, but now you have that there, so you kind of know. So I just mark it and mark it so you kind of know where it is at. So for this, you want to use whatever bundles you have. You can use shorter bundles, longer bundles. It really doesn't matter. Just probably shorter to be, you know, easier. But I have some leftover hair. This hair is long, but I really don't feel like going through and finding bundles to find bundles to use for this, because I will have to dig through my stash, and this hair is already out and right here, and it's from the same company. So I'm just going to use this, but I would suggest using shorter bundles, and that's what I did the first time, but I'm just being kind of lazy and don't feel like digging through all my stuff. So with this, you can start here gluing your tracks on. And also another thing you may want to do is, like, you can kind of see where your brows are or whatever, and like how you want your bangs to form. So I would say like here and here. So that's kind of like how wide you want it, and then you want this to go up into a triangle. You can mark it out and map it out if you want to. But yeah, I did do a different technique whenever I tried this style the last time. I did use short tracks for this part, but we're just gonna work with what we got. So basically you want to just glue your track on across, like on this area. But what I did this last time was I moved it back further, and that way it's not pulling like on your edges at all. I didn't have any problems with it before, but I like to start a little bit back behind the line and then work my way up. And instead of putting the tracks super close together, I like to leave a little bit of space, so that way my bangs are not too thick and I have to try to thin them out, so they will be more wispy how I want them to be to begin with. So you'll see. Okay, dolls, so now I'm starting to line the hair up so that I can go ahead and start gluing it down on the cap for my bangs. So I'm just basically measuring it off, then I'm going to snip it, and then I'm going to put some glue and place it where I want it, and then I'm going to blow dry it into place so that it can dry, because the glue won't dry as soon as you stick it down. Like, it's still going to be a little bit wet, so you will want to go in and blow dry it so that it can stay in place. So once you go ahead and put down one track and blow dry it and everything, you can go ahead and grab the tracks and do your next piece, and you just grab the hair, hold it up, and measure out how far you want it to be, and kind of look at the track before that, and you just want to go down a little bit by making the track shorter and shorter as you go up, and then snip it off, put some glue on it, glue it down, blow dry it into place. And it's a repetitive process, so I just kind of like show you how I'm adding the tracks on, but I didn't show you like cutting all the tracks and putting the glue on them and blow drying it and all of that, because you're really doing the same thing over and over. But you're gonna want your tracks to start getting shorter as you go up to the top part where your ponytail is going to be. So yeah, and then I do go back in and add an extra little piece just so that my bangs can be as thick as I want them to, because I want them wispy, but I still want some thickness to them. So yeah, once you get to the top, you can see this little piece is the smallest part of hair, or the smallest little section of hair, and that's going to go at the top. And this part doesn't stick down the best, but you will see what I do at the end. Okay, so once you get all the tracks on, if it's not thick enough, since we did skip spaces in between and it's not really like a certain amount of space you have to skip, you can just kind of comb it down and look at it and see if it's gonna be as full as you want it to be. I don't like my bangs super thick, but with this hair, it's long hair, so you know, whatever. But you want to just let this dry completely before you cut off the cap, because if not, this will not stick down. And if you need to add any extra tracks, then you can do so. You can start cutting your bangs though while it's on. So I'm going to kind of flat iron this just to kind of see if it's thick enough. If it's not, then I will add, you know, a few extra tracks in between. Since this hair is 30 inches, the hair on the wefts are thinner, so you may need a little bit more wefts of hair to add in. So I'm just going to add a little bit. So now I'm just going to add in one extra track right in between where I put my first one and my second one just to add a little bit more thickness to my bangs. So yeah, you can do this from the beginning, or you can go back and do it so you don't have too much or whatever. I'm going to just trim this off because obviously this is way too long. And I'm going to just cut it like that. It's nice and full kind of, so this should work for what we're trying to do. And I'm going to just, I don't know if I want to taper them or not, but I'm just going to leave a little bit on the sides in case I want to. So I already trimmed the hair down a bit. So now I'm going to go in and start cutting my bangs. I'm all over the place when I do my bangs, and I go back and forth doing my ponytail, doing my bangs until I get them as short as I want them to be and to look the way that I want them to. And at first I am going to start off with the sides more long and tapered, but in the end I did go ahead and trim it off because for some reason with this style, with this really long sleek ponytail, I don't really care for the little tapered look with it, but I think it looks really cute. Like if you put some curls in your hair and you wear like a shorter ponytail with the taper look, it looks really cute and very natural looking. Maybe one day I will do that as well. But yeah, so this is what I'm doing. I'm just going in cutting my bangs. Finish your bangs completely, or you can have a basis for your bangs, whatever you want to do. So what I do next is you want to remove the extra cap, of course, and then we will put the ponytail on. This was the big part that y'all wanted to see so much last time, and it's just really simple. So all you basically do is pull up both of your caps, and then you are going to cut the excess off. And I kind of just cut it a little bit at first, and then I'll cut the extra off to get really close and precise. But at first you kind of want to just cut it so you can kind of get it like that. And then up here at the top, you just want to get close to the tracks like so. Like that. And mine's is kind of like not down all the way, and that happens pretty much all the time. So I'm just gonna put like a little dab of glue to lay this down. And my hair is still a little wet right there, so I'll just take a little bit and put it on. So now I'm just blow drying everything just to get it nice and dry. And then I'm going to go back in and snip off any little extra pieces of cap that are remaining, because like I said at the beginning, I didn't go in and cut it super close. And then I'm going to clip my bangs back so I can cut off that little flap that's in the front, because you just want to take off all the extra cap. The only cap that is going to be remaining is going to be where the bangs are actually glued down onto the cap. And you just use a cap just to help with not having so much glue on your hair. If you don't care about that, or you use like Morning Glory or any of those type of products, then you can skip doing the cap completely. But I didn't use any Morning Glory or anything, so I use a cap, and it makes it easy to remove and everything. You just put some conditioner and oil or whatever, and it will come right off. So now I am going to go in and wrap my little braid around into a ball. And you can do this method, or you can do the genie method, whichever you prefer, but it's just faster and easier for me to do it like this. And I feel like this time I did get my ball smaller than I did in the other previous video, which I will link down below if anyone wants to reference both of them. So then now once we have that, we can go ahead and take our bundles and then get started with adding our bundles onto our little balls. So yeah. I only used this hair once, and then I just shampooed it. So basically what I do is I just have the tracks doubled, and then I'm going to take a piece of the hair and wrap this around the bun like so. And then wrap. Okay, so I kind of left this whole clip in so you guys can really see what I'm doing. It looks pretty messy and everything, but you want to try to keep it as neat as possible and just continue to wrap the hair around the bun and smooth everything out to make sure that everything is flowing nicely together. You don't want it to be all messy and stuff. So with this method, I did not use any pins whatsoever, and it just makes it a lot more comfortable because you don't have those pins sticking you in your head or anything like that. And to do this method, you just have to start off with a piece of hair and wrap it around to secure the wefts to your head, and then you're going to wrap the wefts around, and you want to do them tight enough but not too tight that they're going to give you a headache. Like, you want them to grab on, but you don't want them to be too tight that it's so tight and it's pulling your head and you're getting a headache. Like, no, you don't want it that tight. So yeah, I'm just going to continue wrapping this around until I get to the end. And then once I get to the end, I am going to take another piece of hair on the end of the weft, just like I did at the beginning, to wrap it around so that it can secure onto the ponytail. And this method works if you don't want to use any pins. If you want to use pins, you know, you can do that, whatever works for you. But I really like it this way because it's just more comfortable. And as you can see here, I'm just kind of moving the hair around and slicking everything down to make sure that I'm not wrapping up hair that doesn't need to be wrapped and everything, and just making it nice and neat. So yeah, I just kept this whole clip in so you guys can really see what I'm doing, because last time y'all made it seem like y'all didn't understand. I took stuff out, whatever. So now you can see that I'm at the end of the track. I did take a piece of hair out, and then I'm going to use that piece of hair to secure this weft on to my bun. And I'm just going to wrap that around over and over until I get to the end. And this is going to hold it in place where you don't have to use any pins whatsoever. And as you can see, I'm just picking up the ponytail as I go around and moving it out the way so that it's getting wrapped underneath the ponytail, or on top, whatever you want to say, however you want to look at it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing, and just wrapping it around until I complete that little piece of hair. And then I will go on to add more tracks on top of that. I did leave and go to my mom's house, so I didn't finish it at this point, but you will see me come back and I'll be changed and everything like that, and then we will continue our ponytail. So yeah, now I'm just combing the bangs down. You want to do that, you know, throughout the process so that they stay out of the way. And then I'm just smoothing it out, and now I'm ready to do my third bundle of hair. I've already put a second one on, and I'm just showing y'all my nail broke, but y'all already know that from the beginning, right? But yeah, so basically I'm just showing you again how to do it, and you just do it the same way for each wefts of hair that you are adding on. So you start off with a piece of hair from the end of the weft and wrap it around to secure the weft down to your head without using any bobby pins. And then you will take the wefted hair and start to wrap that around. I did double up my wefts into two. You can do single wefts if you want to, but it's going to take a lot longer and more wrapping. You could probably even triple it if you want to, but it may be a little thick. I never tried that. I always do double weft. So I'm just taking that little piece of hair and continuing to wrap it around until I get to the end of it. And then I'm going to go in with the weft hair and wrap that around. So as you can see here, now I'm starting to grab the wefts, and then I'm going to start wrapping that around, and just keep on smoothing your bangs down as well so that they don't get picked up and wrapped around in this process as well. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm just going to keep wrapping it around, and as you can see, the track is not going to show whatsoever in the front where we did our bangs, because it is going to be covered with the ponytail, because the ponytail is going to meet it right at the front of it. So it's no way that that track is going to show at all. And since we did do it into a triangle and get shorter and shorter with the wefts as we got to the top, it just really creates a nice illusion, and you won't be able to see any tracks. So yeah, I'm just going to keep on wrapping this hair around. I decided to leave this whole clip in just because I know how y'all do, and then y'all gonna be in the comments like, girl, why you took that out? I didn't get this. I don't understand this part. So yeah, this is just a more detailed version of how I did it the first time, and I feel like I really know what I'm doing now because this is my third time trying it out. I know not that many times, but it only really took me doing it once to go back in and perfect it. So yeah, I showed y'all my very first time doing it. So, you know, we all can learn together, and you can grow from there and just change up different techniques and learn different little things that you can do to you know, perfect your style. So yeah, I'm just continuing to wrap that around. And then once I get to the end, once again, I am going to grab a piece of hair from the end and use that to secure the hair down without using any hairpins. I was on the phone with my mom and just laughing at her. So that's why I'm like laughing and smiling so much, because she is so silly all the time. So yeah, I'm just wrapping this around over and over until I get it down and secured. And then we can move on to finishing up our bangs, because I did not keep my bangs like this, and then go ahead and doing the band around the hair. Doing your band around is what really makes this style super sleek, and I like my band to be super thick, so you will see how I do that in a second. So yeah, I'm just gonna let y'all keep watching, and then I'll start voice overing again, because this is like repetitive, and yeah, I'm just doing the same thing over and over. Okay, so now that I have all of my bundles on, I have 3 bundles in. I feel like if you're wearing like 30 inches, 3 bundles is perfect, because it's a nice thickness, and I also have enough hair that I can do a nice thick band around it. So I'm just kind of combing the hair out and making sure everything is nice and sleek and everything like that. And then we can section off our hair that we want to use to actually do our band around the hair. So as you can see here, I'm just smoothing out my bangs again, making sure I didn't wrap up any hair. If you do, it's okay, but you know, you want to try not to wrap up your bangs. But yeah, so I'm just taking a section of hair down, and then I'm just checking out to see how it looks, and kind of like smoothing out my ponytail again. And then I'm going to take out another section of hair. So all of this hair that I have out is going to be used to wrap around for my band. So that will make my band nice and thick and very pretty. So yeah, that's how I like mine. So then what I'm going to do is just smooth my hair up and take a little hair scrunchie and just put this into a little ponytail right on top of my bun. And this is going to allow my hair to be up out of my way, so that I can get my band around the ponytail really nice and sleek without any interruptions from the ponytail getting in the way. Because if you just leave it down, I feel like it's not going to be as sleek as it could be. And if you're doing a client, in most cases you could get them to hold the ponytail up while you are wrapping the band around. But since I'm doing my hair by myself, this is how I like to do it. And then I just go in and wrap the hair around into a little ball and clip it up. So now the ponytail is completely up and out of the way. So now I'm just combing out the hair that I left down, and then I'm going to take this and section it into 2 sections. And I'm going to do a band wrapped around my hair twice. I only showed you how I wrapped the first piece, because the second one just went back on top to make everything more sleek, and just, you know, made it a little bit more high than it was before. So I'm going to take one section of the hair and just pin it up into my ponytail, so that way it's not in my way while I'm wrapping my band around. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take this section of hair that I have down, and you want to use some type of hairspray or something and a small tooth comb to really sleek the hair out and make sure that everything is nice and smooth as you are wrapping it around. And you want to continue to add hairspray and continue to comb it out as you go along. So as you can see, I've added some spray, and then I'm combing it out, and then I'm going to add more spray, smooth it back out, and then you want to comb it in the direction that you are going to start wrapping it in, and just continue to do this throughout. So as you can see here, I'm wrapping it, smoothing it out, and then I'm going to start bringing it to the back. You can go back in with more spray as much as you think you need. And any of my little hair that is sticking out, I am going to go back in and smooth everything out and blow dry it into place. It can get, you know, a little bit messy while you're wrapping hair around, and it's, you know, rubbing against your hair and stuff like that. Plus, I didn't straighten my hair at all, so it is wanting to curl up and, you know, do its own thing. So yeah, I'm just going to keep on slicking out this piece of hair, adding spray and combing it in the direction that I want it to go, so that it can be nice and sleek. Like, this part is very important, and I feel like this is what really polishes the look and just makes it look so pretty, and like you just I don't know, like it just makes it look like you even took more time than you actually did take to actually do it. And just keep on adding hairspray and combing it out so that everything is just nice and sleek. I keep on saying that over and over, but it's very, you know, important that you do that. So yeah, once I get to the end, I'm not going to use any hairpins at all. I am just going to spray it down into place and then go ahead and blow dry it down. I am using Pump It Up hairspray, and y'all know that Pump It Up really holds everything into place. Back in the day when I used to be rocking pin curls, this is what we would use. So yeah, just keep on spraying it and then blow dry it down. Okay, so now I am blow drying it down into place, and any little pieces of hair that are sticking out, you can go back in and kind of smooth them out with your comb and with your finger and everything. And then I'm going to take that next section of hair that I left, and I'm going to use that to wrap around as well. You can stop here if you want to, but I did want to add another piece just to go on top and make it even more sleek and just to bring it up a little bit more. But I didn't show this part. I don't know, I didn't record it, so sorry, but you do the same exact thing that I already did. And then I'm just going in. You can see I have cut off those little tapered pieces on my bangs, and I'm just trimming them up and making them more wispy. And then I'm going to go ahead and bump them with my flat iron just to start getting everything nice and polished and finished up for this look. So yeah, y'all know, y'all see it, y'all see what she doing. And then on my hair, I did go back in and spray it and gel it and everything and slick everything back up. I don't think I've done it yet at this point, but you will see a transformation whenever it is done. So yeah, I'm just slicking down my bangs and everything, and I do like to spray some hairspray on them so that they are nice and flat and everything like that. And then I'm going to brush out my hair and flat iron it. I did flat iron it section by section, but after that you just want to kind of flat iron the ends and stuff to get them nice and sleek. And then I am going to tease my hair over my little bun to make sure that my bun is not showing, and just give my hair more volume like this, because this is how I like it. And then I'm gonna hairspray that into place. So yeah, now y'all can kind of see how the ponytail looks. It's really pretty and very long. And then I also check the back with my mirror just to make sure that my bun is not showing at all and that I've hairsprayed it into place good. So then here we have the completed look, and you can see, you can't see my bun at all. Everything is nice and slick. You can't see my waves in my hair because I'm natural, but I really don't care about that. I didn't have to use any heat. So yeah, this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you recreate it, tag me, let me know, hit me up, you know, yeah.